What is the lab for us? Right. So the lab for is what? The society. And that is the reason that a country bagupadalante, there is a one quote, right? This education system must and good. If the education system fails, what will happen? Economy fails, court system fails. Politicians already they failed, but still again somehow, because if you want to get one government job, what will happen, ma? You should not have one FIR copy, at least FIR. If you have FIR, you are just barred. And they immediately tell you that you just clear your FIR and then you come and join this government job. But those who are the servants of the people, they says that I am the MP of this state. Let's say MP of the parliament. I am minister of the state. And they has 200 cases on each. Right? Politics మాట్లాడదు చాలా గలీజ్గా ఉంటుంది, but still it's a part of our learning, so I need to be. So in this case, and ఒక ఉద్యోగం రావాలంటే ఎఫ్ఐఆర్లు ఉండొద్దు, చిన్న రిమార్క్ ఉండొద్దు అని అంటున్నాము, రైట్? అండ్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ వన్ సేయింగ్ కదా, ఎప్పుడైతే సమర్థులు ఎస్, సో ఎప్పుడైతే సమర్థుడు నాకెందుకులే అని అనుకుంటాడో అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే అసమర్థులు రాజ్యాన్ని వెళ్తారన్నట్టు. సో రైట్ నౌ గోయింగ్ ద సేమ్ इन द इंडिया एज वेल. अगर मेरे को ज़्यादा बोल जाए तो 124 ये लग जाएगा मेरे ऊपर, राइट? सो आई डोंट वांट टू स्पीक ऑन दिस वन, बट स्टिल रिमेंबर दिस वन. Okay, so this is what I mean, you just whatever it is there, you should speak a logical and coherent argumentation. So I mean, when you are writing something, you need to use your proper analogy, proper propositions, right? So that it will at least, I mean, this is way that you need to present your paper. And here if you present in such a manner that definitely make 75-76 వస్తాయి. If you are just writing like an academics, what will happen? మన ఫ్రెండ్ అంటాడు, అరే హెడ్లైన్స్ ఇవి రాసుకోరా, చలో రాసేసిన మా కింద మీద ఎగ్జామ్లో అయిపోయింది. దట్స్ నాట్ ద కేస్ ఇన్ దిస్ వన్. బట్ యువర్ కాంపిటేటర్ దే విల్ రైట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ with proper answer, with proper understanding, with proper neat and handwriting, right? And that is the reason. And if you look at the overall score yesterday, right, out of 350 scoring 252 is one of the, I mean, that's not an easy if you ask me, right? So I mean, in case the questions are simple and questions are direct, that's why the reason you can, I mean, get more of that only. That's not a big deal, right? And that is the one thing. Next is what, ma? Present a well structured and logical argument connecting each point to the overall theme of the question again, right? At least whatever the things are, I mean the proportion that you are stating in the paper itself, it should has a well connected things with the whole rest of the questions, right? And this is what I told you, when you are going from one para to another para, right? అది ఎట్లా అంటే లేయర్ లాగా రావాలా, right? So that is the one thing. And అంటే you are not jumping from here to there directly, right? There should be a connection between these two, and that connectors are very, very, those who will write and those who will mind while writing answers, those students only what? They fetch the good marks, right? So this is one thing. And use a transitional words again. That's what I'm telling you, right? These are the transitional words are what? These are the connectors actually. Okay? And to ensure a smooth flow between the ideas. And here, I mean, that's what the transfer, I mean, this is what is meant by, I mean, if you are writing this para, second para, third para, there should be a proper flow of things. You are not going from, you are writing the one thing and next, the third para you are saying something. And it should not be contrary to the first para, right? So any laws, if they are contrary to the, I mean, the law of the land, what will happen, ma? Those immediately goes to judicial review and make them null and void. The laws are the things that you are writing in the paper that are supplement to your main theme, are supplement to the question, that are what? The core of your question, right? So this is the one thing. Next is what? Address the counter arguments if necessary and explain why they are not valid, right? Let's say you are writing one questions, right? The question on customs, if you just, I mean, when the custom is valid, when the customs become a law, let's say not valid, become a law, There are, I mean, it is in the bare act itself, it is clearly mentioned. When the custom become a law, what will happen? The custom must should be what? It should be antiquity, it should be what? Does not against the law of the land, right? And it has a proper reasonable, reasonability, right? And again, it is the what? It satisfies the whatever the law is there. లా అయితే ఎలా సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తుందో ఆ కస్టమ్ కూడా అలాంటి లాని ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తేనే కండిషన్స్ ఉంటాయో ఆ కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తేనే ఈ కస్టమ్ ఏముంటుంది. ఎస్, అదర్వైజ్ లెట్స్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ట్రిపుల్ టలాక్. ఎర్లియర్ ట్రిపుల్ टलाक इज व्हाट? द प्रोनाउंसिंग 3 times a talak, it is a divorce. खुला बोलते ना वैसा, खुला is different, right? खुला is different. So pronouncing talak 3 times through message, through oral or writing, by any means, right? Is that the valid custom again? मतलब నా కోపం వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, నేను ఏం చెప్పేస్తాను, తలాక్ చెప్పేస్తే అయిపోతుందా, రైట్? And that doesn't make any sense actually, right? So that is the one thing that you need to understand. So later on what will happen, even though the Muslim society is resisted, right? Few section of the society of Muslim resisted that talaq is a part of the Sharia and it has to be continued. But what will happen, there is no as such, reasonability is not there behind this one. And that's why what will happen, Supreme Court is what? Immediately made it unconstitutional, right? So this is the one thing that you need to understand. And look for this one here. And then last one is what? Conclusion and summation. Conclude your answer by summarizing your main argument and the ultimate legal position, right? And ensure your conclusion aligns with the question's requirement. So in this case what will happen, it is very very clear and concise. Question edaithe undo, you are at least you are addressing that part as well in the same conclusion as well. And your conclusion not should be more than 1/3 of your whole whatever the things that you are written. Suppose if you whole answer, if you want to write in the 400 words, dintlo 1/3, how many words ma? That 1/3 part should be your conclusion, not more than that. And again you cannot repeat whatever you are written earlier, right? So this is, and next is what? Ensure end with a strong and confident closing statement, right? So this is the best way I can present you. This is the one of the way that you need to present your paper. If you present all these ingredients is there in your paper, definitely you will score more than 80 marks, that I can bet you, right? At least if you are able to remember these points while you're writing, or if you start practicing inculcating these ingredients in your mains paper presentation, it will make you hero. These are these 5 points are never let you down at any cost. This is what my promise. I won't say you sir etla rastar sir meer inni chepparani anakandi, please. The thing is, it's raste meer ante meeku automatic ga practice chestene ivanni ardham avutayi meeku. I won't say it is you follow all these points in one examination. No, it is you start slowly implementing this one. That is why reason every day we'll post 3 questions for mains. To what? To solve, apply these points only, right? So this is the one thing that you need to understand. I hope that you guys are very clear with this one. Yes, you can. Right? Any doubt ma? Online lo please. Maunika, Nitya, Dakshayani, please. Okay. So this is what the very very important part of your answer writing. And the next one is what ma? This is what how to present the answer paper. Okay. So I am till now indaka annanu kada starting lo decoration cheyala, pencil to rayala, pen to rayala, right? So this is the precise things that you need to mention. Okay. If you want, you can take this photo of this one. Okay. Next go for is what? How to answer the questions again. Right. I'll share in the group, okay? Don't take it. Just fine. Right. So look for this one. Sir, ఇంతసేపు చెప్పింది బాగానే ఉంది, పేపర్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ చెప్పారు, మరి ఆన్సర్ లెటర్ రాయాలా, రైట్? ఫర్ దట్ These are the what? Again 5 points. 5 or 4. Right? So again very important. Please make sure that it is part of your question. This is about the question. And the last one is what, ma? Right? Hoping that you guys are able to catch this difference, right? So look for this one again. Here, when you are writing the question, first define the terms exclusively using the word Bare Act language and no personal interpretation is allowed. Right? Example I told you, again I am going to the immobile property. If you write the immobile property, ఏమని రాస్తారు? If you write by your own, it is, this definition is kilometer. But that's what here. Again you try to what? Write the Bare Act language or the Bare Act definition. Okay? So here define terms exclusively using the word Bare Act. Suppose let's say offense. Right? Let's say the what? Warrant. Right? Let's say the custom is there. Which section states the custom? And the wording clearly mentioned in the Bare Act again. Right? So it is what the definition of this one. Right? And there is, if you go this one, what we call this, judicial separation. There is one section in this Hindu Marriage Act. Whatever it is there. It is not required now section, but it is defined clearly. So here judicial separation ante meer edi petitioner respondent potaru court lo file chestaru, file chesin tarvata em chestaru, and here the burden of proofs lies with what the petitioner whosoever filed this case, and he need to prove that he don't want to stay with this the respondent in this case, and he wants to live separately. For 1 year of time period, what will happen? They both couples stay together for not together, they stay away together, they stay away, separated for 1 year, and again this is the one ground for divorce later on. Right? So that is what exactly mean by this one. Again you cannot, need not write the definition of this one. So whatever the definition it is given in the section of the Hindu Marriage Act, again you write as it is. And that's why the first we wrote the what? The reading way. And you practice daily this one, it is easy. Because the Hindu Marriage Act, if it is the class, hardly it contains somewhere around 29-30 sections. Will take 4 to 5 days of that class. And within 4 to 5 days, a definition నేర్చుకోలేరా మీరు? Is that much tough? So that is one thing. When we are discussing itself, you need to learn subject in the classroom itself. ఇంటికి పోయి జస్ట్ రీడ్ ఇవ్వాలా. అరే సార్ ఇది చెప్పారు, మేడం ఇది చెప్పారు, ఇది ఎంతవరకు వాస్తవం, లెట్ ఇట్ బి, చలో విల్ ఫినిష్ అప్ టుడే. రేపు పెద్దగా మళ్ళీ క్లాస్కి వస్తాం కదా, చలో వీఆర్ కమింగ్, ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాస్ వస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి విల్ స్టార్ట్ సమ్వేర్ అరౌండ్ 20-15 minutes బిఫోర్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతారు కాబట్టి, మెట్రోలో కూర్చుంటారు, బైక్లో కూర్చుంటారు కాబట్టి చలో ఒకసారి రీడింగ్ ఇస్తే అయిపోతుంది. యూ జస్ట్ లిజన్ ద క్లాస్ అండ్ యూ మేక్ ద నోట్స్ and just go to the home, again one reading, that's more than enough. It won't forget again. You won't forget about, whatever that we discuss in the class. That is the one thing that you need to understand. So that is the reason you define terms exclusively using the word Bare Act definition. Right? You can write your own, but if you doesn't know the Bare Act definition, you don't have any other option. You need to write in your own language. But what will happen is that you won't fetch those, as that, if you use the Bare Act language, what will happen? You will get the good marks generally. But if you use your own language, what will happen again? You will get 2-3 marks less. రాకపోతే ఆప్షన్ మనకేముంటుంది, బేర్ యాక్ట్ రాకపోతే ఆన్సర్ వదిలిపెట్టామని కాదు. యూ ఆల్వేస్ ట్రై, దట్ ఈస్ ది గుడ్ ఆప్షన్. ఇఫ్ యూ డజంట్ నో, దెన్ దట్ ఈస్ ద సెకండరీ అగైన్. ఏం తెలియకపోతే మీకు తెలిసిందే రాయాలి అప్పుడు. రైట్? సో దట్ ఈస్ ద వన్ థింగ్. అండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ కండిషన్ ఇన్ దిస్ వన్ వాట్ మా? క్రియేట్ ఎ కాలమ్ టేబుల్ టు హైలైట్ ద డిస్టింక్షన్ ఆర్ బిట్వీన్ ద సెక్షన్ వెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. Let's say I'll speak example in this one, void marriage and voidable marriage. It is there in the Hindu marriage. It is clearly mentioned in the section. Right? You need to clearly write which section speaks about void marriage and voidable marriage, and what are the circumstances or what are the situations that are leading to or creating a void or voidable. Right? Let's say in terms of the contract, void agreement, voidable agreement. Right? There also it is there. Void contract, voidable contract. Right? So this is very, very important aspect. There you need to take the page of this one. You just write the point number wise. Right? So this is one thing. Here you need to make a column table to highlight the distinction between the sections when it is required. Few people, what will happen, let's say first we will write a voidable marriage. Right? And next after this one I will finish this one. This is A part and B part, I will write a void marriage. Difference matlab difference. You need to clearly state what exactly difference is. Right? I hope that you are able to understand this, right? So that is the one thing. The next one is what? When elaborating or discussing, provide your opinion and substantiate with larger arguments. Yes. Right? Is it clear? Right? So in this case, what will happen, you just make sure that you are elaborating or discussing, provide your opinion and substantiate with a legal arguments. If it is there you need to write all these one. Okay? And the next one is what, for explain questions, because it is one of the fantasy now. Okay? Explain questions, include meanings, illustrations and pertinent judgments concisely. Explain voidable marriage. Explain void marriage. Right? Explain judicial separation. Right? For this one, this is the pattern of your question. Explain in this question what will happen. You need to write what exactly the meaning or the definition part, and the next is proper illustrations and the judgments as well. Right? So this is one thing. And next is what, here adhere to prescribed word limits. Hardly I told you you need to finish your answers